Another day where I came back from the gym and I'm starving and I was going to make myself some food and cook some things for today. And I thought, what better time than to come on to my peeps on YouTube and share with you what I am doing. So hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. One day before the Love Fest begins. Valentine's Day, the day of self-love. And what better way to give back to yourself than through eating beautiful, nutritious, healthy meals that support you and your family and your goals for yourself and your body. Before we get started, I'm gonna run and close the door because a lot of noise is coming in. Hold on one sec. All right. So I'm still in my gym clothes, but I did make a cup of coffee. So I'm really, really excited to be here with you. One of the things that I love to do is I like to teach. So I'm a holistic nutritionist. I have a background in fitness. I specialize in the psychology of food, self-sabotage, our emotions. If you have struggled with your weight, if you want to get in the best shape of your life, I'm here to support you in simplifying healthy living and weight loss so that you can put your energy and attention on your dreams and not on diets. Because girl, we spent enough time doing that, or at least I did. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with my Nespresso. Is anybody else so into frothing? I don't do dairy, but I love me some almond milk. So here's the thing. I am a dairy-free nutritionist. This does not mean that I only teach dairy-free recipes or teach that to my clients, not at all. It's just personally, it's just personally a choice. I ended up healing myself of lifelong asthma when I took dairy out, and it just worked well. I healed myself of IBS and I never went back. It's not for everyone. It's just what I do. So all the recipes that I'm going to share with you, you can add cheese to them. You can take them out. It's really easy to take dairy in and out of recipes. Like I have an entire cookbook. By the way, we are doing my cookbook giveaway. So if you want a copy of my cookbook for free sent to you digitally, just subscribe, comment, and like this video, and you will be put in the raffle. We're doing it honestly for the month of February, so it's really exciting. So you can just comment, subscribe, let me know, and I want to hear from you any tips. But let's get started. So I'm going to share with you what I'm going to be cooking and what I would do. I need to go to the grocery store, but generally before I do, I like to look at what's in my fridge and start cooking things. So a few things that we're going to do here. This is very impromptu, so I don't have like everything out. But I do have my pan out. So right back here, I always like to do, I'm Italian, so I always do, and I just personally like olive oil. But I'm gonna do olive oil. I'm gonna put some water down because I'm gonna be cooking some kale. I'm gonna show you, this is one of my favorite mixes from Trader Joe's. I love to get their shredded kale, and then I also love their Tuscan kale. And I'm just gonna mix this with some onion. And I did in my other video in what I eat in a day, I love this vegetable hash that they have. This vegetable hash is butternut squash, sweet potato, red onion, celery, parsley, sage, and rosemary. The one thing with this, since I am generally, it's eating for one here, it can go bad and kind of get soggy. So I like to then saute the rest of it. So we're gonna cook that with some kale, and I'm gonna chop up some onion. Here are some tips though that I want to share with you. So if you either just have a health goal that you want to feel better, or you're looking to release weight, right? I like to teach that you wanna do, and I also want to say, I generally have a sweet tooth, so we're also going to make something sweet here. But you really want to do volume heavy is what I teach. I like to teach eating in volume, especially if you've been a dieter. I dieted for a long time, and that's what helped me then to become a nutritionist. And then I've been, I've been helping women for 22 years, and people in general, but primarily women. I want to say that go volume heavy. Make a big salad, make a big, but focus on your greens. I like to teach clean eating, but I want to get the biggest bang for my buck, right? I want to age backwards. I just want to keep looking better. I want to get fitter. I want my mind, you know, as you're getting older, I'm 45 years old. By the way, guys, I was aging myself 2 years. This is how little I care about age. I was like, yeah, I'm turning 47. My dad's like, no, you're not. Like, what year were you born? And I'm like, 1978. And he's like, you're not. You're 45 years old. And I was like, I am? Oh, and I was like, I totally aged myself. And he's like, who does that? And I was like, apparently I did. You're going to see me do a video of like how to age backwards, literally, because you were telling yourself the wrong age. But I say this because here's how I want you to think about food. It does not mean that food's not supposed to be tasty. It does not mean that you don't make incredible things. I could eat dessert for every meal. Literally, I kind of do, because I love dessert so much. But it's about, I want you to think that you're fueling your Porsche and you need to give yourself the best gas. Like, you just need to get from point A to point B, but we want to look good. We want to feel good. We want the glowing skin. We want the long nails. We want the hair that's luscious. We want to look better than ever as we age. And I'm just going to tell you this, and I'm always into longevity, and I'm going to another conference on it. Like, our bodies are meant to live into their hundreds. And we're going to see that more and more. That's going to become the norm. So we really want to plan for that. Like, I don't know why we always talk about aging in the United States in particular. It's like, we're like fine wines. We just keep getting better. Like, it's a great thing. It's like, there's so much to look forward to. I'm more excited about what's to come than ever before. And I want you to be too. All right, so let's cook this up. What I have back here, I would bring you around, but I'm just gonna put some olive oil. I love olive oil. Olive oil is good for you. By the way, we're gonna talk about castor oil for the face and for the body, because you're gonna be as obsessed as I am. And I'll talk to you about that in a minute. I am going to put some water down because it's a lot of kale. Yeah, we'll just put that. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. We're going to finish off this veggie hash that, if you want to go back and watch the other video where I showed you what I eat in a day, but I'm going to show you some things here. Just because this is going to start to go bad, just going to put that down. So it does get a little sludgy, but I have to tell you, Trader Joe's, it's the best, especially for you and your family. And go here. So I want to hear from you, and I just want you to know what I'm about to do here and how I like to cook and batch cook greens is that you can add protein to the top. You can add them into soup. You can have them on your own. You could use this as a side. I want to have versatility. I personally don't want to live in the kitchen. Like the cookbook that I said we're doing a raffle for, and all you need to do is like, comment, subscribe. All of those recipes, it's under 5 ingredients. And it's like, how quickly can we get out of the kitchen, have an incredible meal, and make ourselves look like a rock star? Like, I bring things to dinner parties and people look at me like I'm Martha Stewart. And I'm like, if they only knew that it took me like 10 minutes. But that's what we want to do, right? Okay, so we're just going to dump all of this in. This is how I like to cook. Yes. We're going to shove it down. And I'm going to turn that on, kind of put it on high. I have my trash can there. Okay. So my other tip, clean as you go so you don't have a big mess. Now, here are a few things. Let's go through some simple weight loss hacks that are going to make it really easy. These are all natural things that you can do that I Hey guys. Okay. Sorry about that. So my mom started calling in and then she started leaving a message. And I was like, okay, that does not always work well with a live stream. This is sauteing in the background. And the other thing that I want to tell you to do sometimes, we're just going to throw some water and we're going to do some more olive oil. And that's that. I'm going to close that down for sound purposes. Let's talk in. Hi guys. All right. Recipe. All right. Thank you for still being there. Sorry. My mom's like keeps calling on repeat. I feel so bad not getting it, but in the middle of this. Okay, so let's go in. That's going to be cooking on the back burner. Here are 3 simple weight loss hacks. One, you just want to get, and this is my favorite one. I tell people it's not for everybody. You have to check and see if this feels good for you. You just want to get Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You're going to measure out 2 tablespoons and you're going to put in 8 ounces of water, and you're going to have this before your meals. No, does it taste like the most pleasant thing? No. Is it horrific? Not at all. Does it help with your digestion? Absolutely. Does it help with you metabolizing food and act as a digestive enzyme? Yes, it does. Does it also help you to cut fat and curb your cravings? Yes. So if you're struggling with that and you don't want to take, and we want to stay away from the diet pills and all the things, this is all natural. It's simple. It's great. It will help you. It's going to help to, like I said, it's going to help you with your digestion. It's going to help you to curb your cravings. It's going to help you to reduce the amount of food that you want to consume. And also really, it's going to support in processing fat. The other one that I'm going to tell you that is fantastic to do, tried and true, simple warm water with lemon in the morning. I also like to put a dash of cayenne pepper or cinnamon or both for a thermogenic effect. It's like so simple, but it works really well. And I can tell you, if you want that glowing skin, if you want morning eliminations, if you just want to feel really good in your body, this is going to help you. Okay. Now, I wanted to dice up some onion, and I also want to tell you, because we're going to add this to the mixture in the back, I also just want to share with you, I had a client telling me, she was just saying, Melissa, I don't know why this is the one area that I just really struggle with. And I hear that often. And, you might find that, money's not an issue. You've got all this love in your life, all of these great things. Thank you. I love hearts. And you might go, but for some reason, just being healthy, staying committed, staying consistent is hard for you. Here's what I need you to know, especially on the heels of Valentine's Day. I need you to love you no matter what. I need you to understand it's just a new identity. It's a new way of being. But what you're being called to do is not turn your back on you. What you're being called to do is to build a relationship with yourself. And that starts in the way that you talk to yourself. It's something, that I teach around self-concept and really being in a relationship with yourself. I had a client today. So I have a membership program that it's called Limitless Academy, because I believe we're limitless beings. And it's tapping into that intuitive nature, falling in love with yourself. I used to reject myself. I didn't there was so much that I had tied up in dieting and such a lack of worthiness and a lack of love for myself, to the point where it made me really sad once I sat there and heard the way I talked to myself, and that I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror, and just how unkind we can be. And I don't want to say you might have a completely different experience, but one of my clients last night, she was just sharing in our group, just that I wish I could be this, and and her language towards herself was really unkind. And my homework to her was, I actually want you to write a letter to yourself where you tell yourself all the unkind things. Why are you angry with yourself? Because it might seem counterintuitive, and we often can just go into, I love me because of this, I love me because of that, but we've got to first really hear what's going on, because your subconscious is running 95% of the actions that you take that day. So you can positive affirm it and mantra it away and be like, no, I'm so happy. I'm happy. But if the identity is that of you're unhappy with you and you're angry with you, and that's the underlying energy, then that's what really needs to shift. And that will be huge for you. And so if that speaks to anybody here, I just wanted to share it with you. It's really just a simple process of you write a letter and you put a timer on for 12 minutes and you do not stop writing. And you start off with, you say your name and you go, I'm angry with you because, I'm angry with you because of this. I'm angry with you. I'm really mad at you. I'm upset with you. Like, why don't you stay motivated? Why don't you eat healthy? Why do you keep having this goal? Whatever that is for you, you want to get that out. So who here likes Valentine's Day? Are you guys like excited for Valentine's Day? Are you like, I could care less? Does this not matter for you? Are you like, it's a holiday for women only? Like, what is your vibe around Valentine's Day? I think it's an incredible day to really check in on the way you actually relate to yourself. Okay, guys, this is, ooh, do you hear the sizzle? So good. Where's my spatula? Next, we're gonna make some pumpkin protein pudding. So good. Okay. So we've got the sweet potato, the onion. Ooh. I was talking a bit too much here. Okay. I'm gonna lower that. As I scrape, I had that on a little bit too high. Okay. But I'm not, it looks really, really good. Okay. I'm just gonna lower that, so you just wanna let that simmer. So whatever greens you have, start cooking them up. Now let's go into little pumpkin protein pudding. So easy. I love this, and you have two ways that you can make this. So we're gonna get some organic pureed pumpkin. Really, really good. Very good for your tummy. Good source of carbohydrates. And I always share with people, if you're wanting to release weight, you gotta use measuring cups. Not forever, but you wanna know what you're putting into your body. You really, really wanna know, okay, I'm using this, like, I'm now, instead of eyeballing it, especially when it comes to fats. And for all my ladies, I need you guys to up your protein game. You know, if you watch my shorts, I did a video yesterday where I was talking about compound movements and how to get your body. I'm about, in everything that I teach, I'm about what's my biggest bang for my buck. I don't want to live in the gym and I don't want to live in my kitchen, but I want to look like I do. And so do you. Do you? Because if you do, then we'd be really good friends. I got you, boo. But that's the thing. Like, I don't want to live in the kitchen. It's not my jam. I love baking and I like making healthy recipes. That's fun for me, but I don't want to sit in here for like a thousand hours. Now, let's make some protein pumpkin. You can either make this as a pudding, you can nuke it in the microwave, or you can freeze it. I kind of have it as like a dessert, like an ice cream dessert. It's not going to taste like ice cream. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, it tastes just like ice cream, because it doesn't. It tastes like pumpkin protein pudding, but I really like it, and my clients like it, so I want to share with you. Again, we're talking 3 ingredients. So simple. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm making a complete mess. Let's grab all the things. Are you ready? Here's a little stevia. I like things extra sweet. You might not even need this. It depends on what's in your protein powder. My protein powder is a vegan protein powder. I use the one from Sprouts. I'm not putting plugs or anything. I'm just sharing with you what's in my kitchen. I always get asked what different protein powders I would suggest. God, there's so many these days. I really do love, Peak is good, but what's the one that I really love? Oh my gosh, it's completely escaping my mind at the moment. What is it called? I can see it in my head. I will come up with it and I will tell you. Okay, the one that I though like is, I just go to Sprouts and it's a vegan protein powder. You do not need to do vegan. You can use whatever protein powder you like. But I always get asked, how do you get so much protein in your day? I like to do fun mixes. You could also make pumpkin muffins with this, but we're just gonna take a half a scoop. I'm gonna make it a snack. You could make it a meal if you wanted to and do a full scoop, but I don't wanna do that today because I have other meals and other sources of protein that I'm going to be getting. And I'm just going to make this as a little snack. So I'm just going to get this. All we did was a half a scoop of protein powder. So that will be 10 grams. And, or you could do the full 20 grams. Half a cup of almond milk and a half a cup of pureed pumpkin. And you can add cinnamon, you can add a little nutmeg, you don't have to. I'm just using the whisk. And let's just see here. And honestly, so it's just gonna look like a pudding, like consistency. So tasty. I'm like a kid, licking the spoon. Okay, so here are the 3 different things that you can do with this. You can either eat it like that, you can put it in the microwave and it will become like a mug cake, you know, like a cake in a mug. You could also put it in a mug, or you can freeze it. I like to freeze it and take it out about halfway, and it's like a little frozen. I also live in Florida, so it is not cold right now. So I'm gonna put this in my freezer. All right, now that's going. And the third thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna roast some broccoli, because this is where people get a little waylaid in their food prep. And they're like, I have to do all this. Buy everything chopped up, okay? Get frozen organic vegetables so you don't have to sit there and worry about them going bad, or I need to slice up everything. That way it's done for you. That's what I do, and I'm a nutritionist. I say that like it's like the Holy Grail. No, but I think there's sometimes this connotation of like, I must do fresh, and then I must cut the Brussels sprouts off the stalk. And it's like, Trader Joe's makes it really easy. They're like, all right there, you can get them shredded, you could get them sliced, you could get them diced. It's all up to you. Broccoli, same thing. I personally don't feel like doing all that. And again, I'm cooking for myself. And then when my family comes over or other things, or if I bring dinner to people, then I will have it. But sometimes I just, again, I want it to be easy. So I'm going to show you. I literally, and then I like to have it so I can eat it. But just these organic broccoli florets. And you're just going to take a silver tray. You're going to line it with aluminum foil. You're going to spray it. You're going to cut the bags open. I'm going to show you. And you're going to put it on the tray. Put the tray in. I like mine a little burnt, so I'll do like 425. I do. I like veggies to be a little burnt. I like them a little crispy. Olive oil and sea salt. And that's truly all you need. You can even get a little crazy with it and add your everything bagel, everything but the bagel to the top. But those are some things. So you just want to make it easy. I also like to make dishes that are versatile, like this kale with the sweet potato and the onion. Like I said, it can be a side dish. I can add salmon on top. I can add it to a pureed soup or to a bone broth. There's so many things that I can do with it. And I can also just have it on its own. Then it's just in my fridge. You want to make healthy eating and things that are healthy, that taste good, readily available, so that you're not going in your cabinets and grabbing bags and boxes of food that has no life force. We want things with color. We want things that our body can recognize. We want things with life force, right? That's why I'm a proponent of clean eating. It's eating foods closest to their natural state. Why? Because it just makes sense. I like things that make sense. I do not want to count calories. I do not want to count macros. And people will then say to me, well, clean eating, like, how do you know what you're eating? Well, here's the deal. When you're eating clean, and you're not eating things in bags and boxes that are laden in sauces and added sugars and chemicals, you end up just not eating at all the same number of calories or high levels of saturated fat or sugar, because they're real foods. I'm eating fruit. Does that mean that I never have, brownies and this and that? No, just the other night I had a molten lava cake. I believe in the 80-20 rule. We are not here, you've got to have moderation. It's not about, I always say this, where we restrict, we'll rebel. where you restrict, you will rebel. And if you've been a dieter for a long time and you live in that all or nothing mentality and Sunday is a cheat day and the extremes, I was talking about this with like, you know, Super Bowl Sunday, there was the mentality, I cannot even tell you, at the party that I went to, it was like, oh, well, I'll just start my diet tomorrow. Oh, today's my cheat day. I'm going to eat everything. Oh, I already gave myself a free pass. It's Super Bowl, you know? And I would say, you know, eat today for the woman you want to be tomorrow. Like, it's everything is impacting you. Like, a day is a day, a holiday is a holiday. When you get to the space of wholeness and happiness within yourself, then those days, like, it's not about the food anymore. It's about the people. It's about the experience. It's about feeling good in your body. It's about, it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy like holidays and specific foods and treats. I just told you guys I would eat dessert for every meal. And some days I do, but it's about, you know, really like you're satisfied with who you are. Like, it's not like, oh, I never have this, so I need to eat all of it, right? Like, that's very much an extremist all or nothing dieter mentality. And that's what we want to get away from here, right? That's what we're doing. So I just want to share this with you because that will make a big difference. You want to have foods that you look forward to. You want to make it easy. You want to make it accessible. It's the same thing I do with my gym clothes. I have my gym clothes out Monday through Saturday. They're out with the socks and everything. I hack it. I make it simple. Take the guesswork out. I wake up. I don't have to think about it. Everything is out. My vitamins are out the night before. I wake up in the morning. My glass of water is right there. My lemons are pre-cut. I will show you for my lemon water in the morning. Right here. I do my lemon water every morning. My lemon press is out. My tea kettle's right there. I do my warm water with lemon. I have my cayenne pepper right there for the thermogenic effect. It feels good. Do I wake up and my mind goes, I can't wait for the coffee, right? And my body goes, I can't wait for the lemon water, okay? So you start to, your body is, we're animals by nature. Your body, oh man. This happened to anybody else? You go and buy things and you have the full intentions of doing them, and then they go bad and you're like, I just wasted an entire package of mint. Makes me sad. Because I was going to make I have you guys might not know, I have a water recipe book. It's 65 water infusions. It's called Sip Yourself Slim. And there's these incredible, I make infused waters in my home. And that one that I was planning on making was mint, lemon, ginger, and cucumber. Talk about your belly will be so flat and your body will crave it. It makes you feel so clean inside. It's like, I make it, I honestly make it every week. So it's my favorite. My other favorite is ginger water, and I will grate fresh ginger. And that's another one. If you're looking to detoxify, reduce inflammation in the body, cut cravings, talk about lessening belly fat, both of those recipes that I just gave you there, amazing. And I can put a links below for my book on Amazon if you guys have an interest in it. It's great. Us Weekly posted about it in their buzzometer. What did I want to tell you guys? Okay, so I think that's it. I think we've covered a lot. We've got I should show you our veg. Let's see here. Ooh, it's a good thing I just did that because I'm not gonna lie, that was gonna get a little crazy. And by a little crazy, what I mean is, you know, when if you put it on the stove too long, it'll start to get brown. So let me bring this over. There it is. I have way too many things out. Not the best setup here. But this was just the kale, the onion. Good thing I lift weights because this is heavy. And the sweet potato, winter squash, rosemary, and Vidalia onion. It's the harvest medley that I had shared in the beginning of this video from Trader Joe's. So you can see, guys, that cooked a lot. I'm just gonna put that back because I'll clean up after I turn this off. But see, all the steam. Anyway, I'm going to very much enjoy this, and so will my body. That's how I want you to think about eating. You're fueling your body. Oh, I spilled some. Okay. Oh, so good. I love sweet potatoes. Have you guys tried my sweet potato toast? So good. We'll do that. We'll do that the next time I come live. I'll share with you guys what I do. All right. I love you. I'm off. I have to go teach and clean this up really quick. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here. If you want a copy of my cookbook, we are doing a raffle every week this month. We are picking 3 winners at the end of each week. All you need to do is subscribe, like, and comment, and you will be entered to win. I want to thank you so much for being here. If you want more lives from me like this, if you want to know what I eat or any other guidance on weight loss tips, holistic weight loss tips, how to age backwards and feel really good, look really good, and how to love yourself in the process. Remember, it's not about the end destination. It's about who we become in the process. Being whole is I've got everything I need. There is nothing outside of me, right? And so we really, on the heels of the day before Valentine's Day, please connect in with yourself, love yourself, and give yourself the goodness that your body deserves. And wrap your arms around yourself and just say, I love you. I've got this. You are amazing, right? Because you are, and that's true. All right, I love you all. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you in the next live. Mwah!